my husband got this brain bleed. So he was hospitalized for 10 days. And then coming back to home, it was an awful time, mentally and physically. The condition, our health is going down and we are going to go bad in our health. So who is there to take care of us? What kind of life we will have? $13,000 per month in Nevada to go to a nice nursing home. But who is there to take care of you in your own home? Nobody.
Exactly. Yeah.
In your own home, you have to go and make a cup of coffee and drink it and then lie down.
Yes.
Call 911 to go to the hospital. Now I am thinking about comparing the old age in America and in old age in India. India is the best place to do.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Desi Return. Today, I am super excited to have Dr. Alice on our show. Dr. Alice went to US in 1997, spent close to 27 years before making a decision to move back to India and retire in India. And it's an interesting story. They didn't have any plans to move back to India, why this thought occurred, why they made this move, how has the life been after the move. A lot of interesting details to dive in. I'm really looking forward to the discussion. And with that, welcome Dr. Alice to the show, and really glad to have you on our show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so happy to be spending some time with you.
That's great. So, Dr. Alice, I think let's start a bit about your background, your professional background, what made you to move to US, first of all.
Okay, my professional, when I was in India, I was a nurse. And we moved to United States in 1997 because my sister-in-law filed for us. So we came to US as a green card holder,
Yeah.
My husband, my son, and I, we moved here. Then, initially we had a little struggle, but we survived very well because I was a nurse. So, nurses can survive very well. So once my son became an engineer, I went to school. I went back to school. So I had my BSc, my master's, and my PhD. And the funny thing is that at the age of 60, I had my PhD.
Wow,
And I
congratulations.
passed with the distinction. Then I was a professor in 2-3 universities in the United States. Initially, we were in Ohio, and I was there in University of Cincinnati and also at Indiana Wesleyan University. So for the last 15 years, I have been a professor, and I retired as a tenured professor from Nevada University. So we moved to Nevada because my son and his family stayed there. So during our retirement, actually after retiring, we moved to Nevada and stayed near to our son, not with him, because we want to give them the independence, and also we want our privacy and independence, my husband and I. So we lived like that. Once we thought we will be coming back. So that's my professional background.
So, yeah, I think that's interesting. So, first of all, congratulations. Someone doing a PhD, BSc at age 60. Wow. Kudos to you, having that kind of a passion to do that. So, just curious, is there a specific subject where you did your master's and PhD, and what you're teaching?
That's a good question. I am very passionate about nursing. While in India, during my second year of BSc, I quit that, without telling my parents, without knowing their knowledge, my parents' knowledge, I applied for nursing and I went for nursing, so I had a very much passion about nursing. So, and I can say that whatever I held almost all the positions in nursing and I love each bit of it. So again, once when son graduated, because till his graduation, I was working hard. I wanted the money to send him to school so that he will not have any debt. So he passed out without having any loans or anything like that. So after that, I don't need that much money. I said, okay, let me go for my studies.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I love about United States, because if somebody wants to do anything, you can do anything at any age.
Yes.
So I went for my BSc in nursing. Then for the masters, I did in education.
Okay.
Education. Because, I mean, while I was working on the floor, people used to say that, Alice, you would be a great teacher. The way you explain stuff, it will be very helpful for people. So I thought, okay, let me do that, so that when I am getting old also, I can sit somewhere, or even in a wheelchair, I can teach, as long as I can speak.
Yeah.
So that's why I went for education. So I had my master's in education. For my PhD also, I had in education.
Okay.
So for the education, I had to have 70 credit hours. Then for my dissertation or the thesis or the research I did on nursing, my education, how I can improve the learning, or improve the learning of nursing students, or how to prepare them to be better nurses. So whatever I learned, so how we can educate them in better way,
Yes.
because I had my PhD in education, so we could put all those, thing in the education. So that was my dissertation, and I did. And there also I did something so unique. That means usually after this 70 hours of credit hours for for any PhD, then it may take for the research and dissertation and publication, everything, at least 2 or 3 years it will take.
Yeah.
But all my PhD with all these things, within 2 years I finished.
Wow.
Because I was so organized. You know that in America, you can study 2 or 3 courses together.
Yes.
So all my semester, I studied 3 courses, fully dedicated, so I could finish in 2 years. Because I know my age is passing, and I was already 60. What's the use? I am getting a PhD because I want to teach my students for at least 10 years or something like that,
Okay.
So that's the reason I hurried and I finished it. So
Wow. Congratulations, and
thank you.
shows
Thank
your
you.
passion, and
I'm very
that,
passionate. Yeah.
yeah, that's fantastic. So again, I think maybe one minor question, just curious,
Yes.
like
Sure.
when your son moved to US, how
Yeah.
old was he? And
He was 17. He was 17.
oh, okay. How was his adjustment? Just curious on that in terms of
He adjusted very well, because his education was here in central syllabus
yeah,
syllabus,
yeah,
So he did not have any problem in the language or
yeah,
the accent, nothing.
yeah,
So he simply mixed with them, and his cousins were there.
yeah.
So that helped also, So he never said anything,
Okay.
any adjustment in going to school or anything.
That's
So
fantastic. So sounds like I think you had a very successful, fruitful life. From a
yes,
professional side,
yes,
following your passion, started teaching students, making the this process better for nursing,
yes,
and you're enjoying your life. Close
yes,
to your son and so on.
yes.
So why the thought of India occurred, or has it always been in mind, or when did it all started, coming into your mind and the idea started brewing? If you're relocating to India after years abroad, listen up. I have created something that will absolutely save you precious time that most NRIs waste while Googling. This is based on my interaction with hundreds of people about their move back journeys and uncover the biggest frustrations NRIs face when planning their return. So I came up with something that can help: a 15-week email series, a free step-by-step roadmap to address these challenges and make your move back smoother and stress-free. Whether you're moving back for family, retirement, or visa-related reasons, we got you covered. Here is what you will get each week: actionable tips to decide if moving back is the right choice, strategies to plan your move back, whether it's from logistics, career, financial, tax planning, how to choose the best school for your kids. And we also have several checklists that help you with the move. from a financial, logistics, and much more. This isn't just an advice, it's carefully crafted roadmap to save you time, reduce stress, and help you make better decisions. Ready to plan your move with the confidence? Click the link below in the description to join for free and start receiving actionable strategies right in your inbox.
Okay, because we love our place, We love India. We loved India like anything. We always wanted to come back because see the freedom we got, and the way we mingle with our relatives and neighbors and other things like that, it is entirely different. And my husband, though he had polio and had some physical disabilities, he held a very good position in the community. He worked very well, and we had a great name in the community. Everybody knew my husband and I. So we always wanted to come back. That was the main reason. We were a known person in our town. Everybody knew my husband. And of course, me too. So that's the main reason we were thinking to come back. So we had house in Kerala, and we maintained that house for our retirement, But once our son got married and got grandkids, then, seeing their faces, playing with them, we thought, okay, we will sacrifice going back to India. So we will stay here rest of our life,
Oh, so you change your mind.
So we changed our mind,
Yeah.
But we were independent so that we are not so much
Yeah.
with the children, not to have a negative impact or anything, all the time. So we have decided to stay in the United States. But then my husband got this brain bleed. So he was hospitalized for 10 days. And then coming back to home, it was an awful time, mentally and physically. I was still working in the University of Nevada. So I said, this is not working, because Monday through Friday, I had to take him for checkups, different specialist, physiotherapy, occupational therapist, and all other things. So, and he cannot walk. So I have to get him in the car. I have to drive, then take him to put him on the wheelchair, take him, roll him to the doctor's office, bringing him back. I am old too, I am a female person, and I am old too. So it was really difficult. And that was going on. So, and though my son was there, he did not have time to take care of us. Then I had to go for grocery shopping. I had to come and cook for ourselves. It was terrible, it was terrible. I thought, excuse me, this is it. Because the condition, our health is going down, and we are going to go bad in our health. So who is there to take care of us? What kind of life we will have? So we will end up be in the nursing home pretty soon. And we were living in a nice, comfortable, not lavish, but very, 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 very nicely, highly educated. My husband is also a PhD doctor. So in a nice way, in a better, not a rich one, but not middle class, it's somewhere between, so in a nice way.
Yeah.
So if we have to live such a life in the nursing home, our money, our all earned money will run away within 2, 3, or mostly within 5 years it will go, because it costs $13,000 per month in Nevada to go to a nice nursing home.
And is that per person, right?
Per person. Per person.
$13,000.
$13,000. Nice one, according to our status. If you want to go and stay, that is that. Maybe there are some very poor, not low cost nursing homes are there. I don't know. But that is the one we check. So there is no way. We don't know how long we are going to live. If we die within that 5 years, no problem. Okay. But if you are going to live, we cannot plan like that. You are going to die like this. So we don't know how long we are going to live. So we thought this is not going to work well. Then we thought about, always we wanted to come back to India before. Yes. Okay, now my son and his family, they are well off. They can take care of themselves. So let us move back to India. So we get Social Security, and for both of us, social security.
Yeah.
That will be plenty money for us to live very comfortably, not lavish, very comfortably here.
Yeah.
So we moved back to India.
Got it.
And meantime, we could buy a nice house, when we
Yeah.
returned back, because we sold our house in Nevada, our car and everything. So we could buy a nice house here and live. But buying again a house, we may get servants there, but still the maintenance to maintaining the servants, to supervising them, it takes the whole effort. You can never have peace of mind
Yeah.
in dealing with them. So we thought, no, we don't want to have any more burden like that. If the plumbing goes wrong, we have to call them. If the microwave doesn't work, we have to call them.
Yeah.
So we thought the best thing is to find a retirement home and stay there. So that's
Got it.
how we end up in a retirement home.
So it's so interesting, like how life has changed, right? I think when you went to US, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you want to come back, but
Right.
how like the life evolved, like,
Yeah.
you want to stay there and,
Right.
kind of return. So thanks for sharing that details there.
No
So
problem.
just curious in terms of the timing, right? So if
Yeah.
you may, I know you mentioned about this health
Yeah.
concern on your
Yeah.
husband. So
Yeah.
when did this occurred? And, from then to execution, right? I mean, I know when this
Okay.
idea, just trying to understand, like, so was
Yeah.
it, a year,
Within
2 year process, and for how long have you been thinking, and then when the decision made? So if you can talk a little bit, I think that would be helpful.
just 1 year. My
Okay,
husband had the surgery in April 30th,
okay,
and we moved back here in April 20.
okay,
Next year, 23, April 30th of 2023, my husband had this. Then 2024, April 20th, we moved back to, you know what? I am a believer in God, okay?
yeah,
Because in all my decisions, I prayed and taken a decision in my life. Even I am marrying my husband, I prayed and I married him.
yeah,
So this also, when we were worried, we were worried. I don't know, my husband could not think that much at that time, but I was thinking and I am praying, and with prayerfully, I have taken the decision, and my husband agreed with that. This is it.
yeah,
Because in my videos, because my videos are in Malayalam, so I don't know, but I always use the ethical analysis. Ethical analysis I do. Any decisions I am taking for my personal or professional, I do an ethical analysis very well. So after doing this analysis, when I take a decision, I won't regret.
yeah,
Okay, because I am seeing that which one is the best for me.
yeah,
The pros and cons, I will analyze it, and then I am taking a decision. So I won't worry. I will not regret that. Why in the world I came here? No.
yeah, yeah.
So because this has better values than the other thing. So like that,
You
within no
have
time, by actually from April, May, June, July, August, within 4 months, I took this decision.
got it.
Yeah, by September, we gave the advance for this retirement home.
Okay,
And then we have to sell our house, and,
yeah,
27 years accumulating stuff. I have to get rid of everything. We
yeah.
came with 2 suitcases, each. So
Wow, that's
everything, we just picked some clothes. That's all, and we came back.
so. Thank you very much, Dr. Alice. Sounds like I think once you made a decision, you act on it very quickly, and
Yes,
you're able to move, very on a short time frame, right? I mean, which
yes,
is
yes,
amazing, especially for someone who has lived abroad for 27 years, and someone to be able to make a decision and move within a year. It's an execution.
yes.
Kudos to you. So I want to check a little bit about the place. So I am
Okay.
assuming you kind of moved back to the same place where you are from
Yeah,
originally. If so, like, you chose the place, and you kind of also mentioned about ease of going to retirement home than actually purchasing a new home. So
yeah.
if you can talk a little bit about how did you go about it? How many properties were there? How did you select this one? If there is anything that you can share, because that would also be helpful to other
Oh,
families who
yeah,
might also be in a similar kind of a
yeah.
boat.
So the Google search we did, and we found couple of nice places, but the cost was so high. We have to own it. and at the, when we die, how that money will go back to our son.
Yeah.
That was our question. And it is very difficult for, in Kerala to get the money back because people are not very friendly, especially when your son is in America and he comes here to get um, the money back, people will not easily give them. So we thought, oh, that's not a good idea. So it was only 10 minutes before we were signing the contract for the other place. That was in my mind. I told you always I pray and do stuff. I thought, why I am having so much botheration in my mind? God help me. And, I really wanted to have a good decision to make it, good house, choose a good house for us. Then I just clicked this St. Matthew's home. We live in St. Matthew's home in Kerala. It popped up so well, so good, and the building was so good. Then when we gone through, it has 8 acres of land.
Yeah.
And all those things, it made me so convincing for me. And we got 6 times, 6 meals per day.
Yes. Okay.
So we are not going to hungry. We may not eat. We will not eat that much. Older people, we just eat little bit, okay? So, but we need small, frequent meals like so. And the meals, everything was perfect. So immediately we called them and we got the information. They said, you come and stay a couple of days here. And, by looking at the structure and the narration, and we saw the rooms virtual. So we decided we are going to buy this one. And the down payment was also very less. Only one third or 1/4 of the amount, we were about to pay. So that's how we chose this one.
Got it. So thank you. So which place in Kerala did you move to, if you're okay to share?
Kottayam district.
Kottayam district.
Yeah.
Got it. So I'm assuming this is all the stuff that you have done living in US. So you didn't come to India, check out these properties or anything like that. So this is all the research that you're doing and basically making a decision. So if you can talk a little bit about this particular retirement home, right? How is the life in this retirement home for someone who has lived on their own for so long, and in this lifestyle, how is the amenities, how are the facilities? And also, like I think you mentioned about you made a decision, but is this something that you have stayed there for some time and committing it, or you already committed, like, while you are in US?
We already committed, because I have decided there is no way we can survive in the United States with my husband staying at home. I cannot hire a person for 24 hours, in the States. So there was no other way. I have to move back to, So, and this place was, this home is situated in 8 acres of land. So we got plenty land, very well designed, nice garden there, park there, so we can move everything paved so that, wheelchair can go through anywhere. So my husband can ride his motorized wheelchair anywhere. And these people are very friendly. People are very friendly. So whenever we want to go out, we can go out. I drive. So we bought a car here. So whenever we want to go for a movie or we want to see places, we just go. So when you return back, you don't have to worry about food, what you will eat. We don't have to worry about washing our clothes. All the clothes will be washed and ironed and bring to your room. And the house, we got one living room and 1 bedroom and 1 dressing area and a bathroom. So 1 bedroom apartment without the kitchen. We don't need the kitchen. They don't encourage us to cook something because older age, we don't want to have some problems, burns and such things. So they don't allow us to cook because everything we get it here.
Makes
sense. We don't like something, we can tell them, they prepare extra things for us. So they are very friendly.
That's great. So sounds like, and how many people live there in that community?
And here about 80 people are living here.
So it's like 80 1-bedroom suites and...
No, actually 1-bedroom suites are only 7.
Oh, okay.
Because not everybody, because
Yeah.
Not everybody would like to, and then monthly rent is 30,000. It may change, that's what we currently pay, so it may change. But two of us, we are paying 60,000 rupees per month, two
Okay.
of us for
Yeah.
food and the laundry, the cleaning, house cleaning, and everything included in that one. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but most of the people, they don't want to spend.
Yeah.
But if in the suite only one person is staying, they have to pay 45,000 because of the extra room,
Got it. Yeah.
because this is lavishness.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there are husband and wife, there are double rooms. Otherwise, there is single room. Actually, single room is so big, and that's enough for us. But
Yeah.
we wanted to have a
Yes.
feeling that we are in a house,
Yes. Yeah.
So we sit in a living room, and we can have the TV there, and we have bedroom is separate. So that
Yes.
is kind of good thing. So the rest of the rooms are, apart from that 7 rooms, rest of them are either double rooms or single rooms.
Got it. Understood. So
Yeah.
I think thanks for sharing the details. So sounds like it's a good services in terms
Yeah.
of the food,
Yeah.
housekeeping, and a lot of that stuff. And I'm also assuming very active social life with other people
Yeah.
in the community and so on.
We go to the dining room to eat, so we get the chance to meet everyone there. But it's depending upon you how
Yeah.
you want to interact with. If you don't want to interact with, or you are worried about something, then you cannot enjoy life.
Yes.
Evening, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, we have 1 hour yoga class.
Okay.
In yoga class, people do yoga for 45 minutes, another 15 minutes. They will sing, share some stories. It's very nice and very interactive, Then evening time, 4 p.m. after the coffee, people go in the courtyard or in the park. It's 8-acre land, It's nicely, all fruit trees are there. So it is so nice to walk around,
Yeah.
So
That's great.
yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit on the healthcare, especially in US versus India. I
Yeah.
don't know like how accessible is the healthcare in the place where you're living right now. And
Okay.
in terms of services, in terms of quality, anything that you can share, especially you coming from a medical profession who
Yeah.
been inside in the two different domains, definitely would love to get your insights on that.
In America, when you are old, you get Medicare.
Yes.
Medicare means almost all the generic medicines are free. And if you are hospitalized, you will be getting everything free, So, and also if all the facilities you got there, any kind of treatment, you get it in United States, right? Especially when you have the insurance also, automatically you have the insurance. So per patient's view, everything is free there, okay? But when you come to Kerala or India, what happens is, we don't have that kind of system. You can get an insurance when you are up to 70 years old. 70 or below, you will get an insurance here. But above 70 years, you don't get any insurance. But we have the hospitals nearby, just like staying in a house, in the how other people are living in Kerala or in India.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So like that, you have to live. So we got a nice, very nice hospital near 6 miles away,
Yeah.
6 kilometers away.
Oh, okay.
So when you are actually, basically, they do here in this retirement home, they monthly they will check the blood pressure, weight, and other things like that. And if you are having some sickness or anything, we can immediately put the call lights. Nurses are there, they will come and check you.
Yeah.
And on-call doctor is there for any routine thing. Emergency, they will immediately send us to a hospital, nearby hospital.
Yeah.
Because we don't have an ambulance just like that, but we have a private vehicle always ready. Within 10 minutes time, it will come. So we can go to the hospital and take the treatment. So when we go to the hospital, you don't have any bystander. They will send somebody from here to be your bystander.
Okay.
And you don't have anybody means you have to hire some bystander. You have to pay and you get a bystander there. So once you are well, you will be discharged and coming back to your home. This is your home.
Yes.
Retirement home, don't think that like a nursing home, all the treatments there, the doctors there, nursing. But if you need to have some medications or insulin injections, nurses are there to give you that injections and medicine and everything like that, you know. So once you come back to home after discharge from the hospital, if you are okay, well, okay, you can take care of yourselves. Well, back on the routines, you know.
Yeah.
Go to the dining room, eat well, and everything. In case you are not well, okay, you need some assistance. You can have a bystander or a home nurse with you.
Okay.
Just like in the homes, you know, we are having home nurses. You can have, they will take care of you.
Yeah.
For any emergency, the nurse will come and, you know, do the needful, referring to the hospital. In the hospital, they will take care of things. Of course, for the home nurse, we have to pay extra.
For sure.
But the beauty is that you got plenty money here. With your social security, you can hire another home nurse and, you know, let that person take care of you. Whereas in America, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
Of course, everything you get it free when you are in the hospital. But who is there to take care of you in your own home? Nobody.
Exactly. Yeah.
In your own home, you have to go and make a cup of coffee and drink it and then lie down.
Yes.
Call 911 to go to the hospital.
Exactly.
Nobody is there to give you food.
Yes.
Nobody even there to warm your food, you know. Maybe there are some organizations give you free food, you know, deliver to your home, but you may have to warm it.
Yes.
But if you are not able to get up and warm it, how in the world you are going to do that? You cannot. Whereas in India, with half of the money you get, you can hire a home nurse and have a normal life.
Yes.
That's a normal life, you know. Again, I'm telling, this is what I say. And for my husband, I am not planning to have an open heart surgery or a organ transplantation, liver or kidney or heart or anything, no transplantation. Okay. So whatever comfortable life I need to have, I must be taken to the hospital. Okay. Take care of me, intubate me only for 2 weeks. Not more than that. I don't want any tracheostomy, nothing. Peaceful, comfortable life.
Yes.
So, in order to, but you know, some people at the age of 86, 90, like that, they want to have a pacemaker, they want to have a valve replacement. Such kind of ambitious people must stay in the United States or in London or some other Australia or somewhere like that. Again, it is again everyone's perspective or concern where they want to live, you know.
Yes. Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Because this will be perfect for us. I can only say about my husband and I. And another important thing is that really I wanted to convey to all the people. That's what I am telling in my videos too. That you must be realistic. You know, you must always think that you are getting older. Your health is not going to improve. Okay. You are way down here. You know, one day you are going to die. You will be having so many chronic diseases. Okay. And that is the norm.
Yeah.
So if you can accept that, then you come back. Otherwise, you know, some people, oh my God, you know, how do I go to the hospital? Where is the specialist? You know, this food is not good for me. Like that, you know, panic people, they should stay in their own home and prepare their own meals and live there.
Yeah, it's a different lifestyle, right?
It's different lifestyle.
Yes.
So one has to decide, you know, what they want to do.
Yes.
Another thing I would like to say is that, see, older age these days in Kerala, especially, I know in India, the children are going abroad, you know, either America, Canada, Australia, something like that. Once children go there, they don't want to come back. I'm not blaming them at all because the life is entirely different. They have to take care of or enjoy the life there, you know. So, but the old parents are there in India. How do they live?
Yeah.
What safety do they have?
Yeah.
If husband and wife, older people are saying, never mind, at least for some time. But if husband or wife dies,
It's
How that
very tough.
one person can stay?
Yeah.
Maybe there is a servant there, but to manage that servant, it's very hard. So people have to think like that, because some people think, oh, going to the retirement home, it is like a orphanage. It is going like an orphanage. It's
It's a
high
wrong
time.
it's a wrong perception, but in
Yes,
reality,
perception.
yes,
Yes.
in reality, it's a different lifestyle. It's the lifestyle where you don't even have to manage your household
Yeah.
maids or do your stuff, right? You
Yeah.
have, it's almost like a hospitality that's
Yeah.
been provided where you have much
Yeah.
more comfort life. This is not
Yeah.
your nursing home. This is an active senior living or
Yes.
a different kind of a lifestyle with some
That's right.
additional flexibility.
And
Yeah.
it's costly too. It's costly, no?
Yes.
If you want to go to a nice place, it's costly, like in America,
Yeah.
We have then orphanages, like, there are no children to take care of you. There are places, for the poor people to go also.
Yeah.
There are two differences in going to the retirement home. See, my husband and I, we decided to come. Even my son did not know until we started. Otherwise, he won't allow us to go there, We did not tell him. We told him the day we put our house for sale, and we said, yeah, we are going back to India, like that, So even then, he did not think that we are going to live in a retirement community, because I know he is going to, oh my God, disagree with that. So we did not say. But, so we came with our own decision.
Yeah.
We happily came here. So we are very happy.
Yeah.
But really, what happens is, people, the children, when they cannot take care of their parents, they send them, because there is no other way. They cannot come here. So there is nobody to look after them in their houses. So they put them in a retirement home. So what these poor parents are thinking, oh my God, my son, they thought, or son or daughter, or my children thought we were a burden for them, and they abandoned me in a retirement home. Avinash, to tell you the truth, when we came here, only my husband and I were the only two people happy, smiling. The
Really?
rest of them, they were so gloomy, because they were gloomy. I don't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
what was the reason, what was the reason. So we were assuming that initially they were thinking, we have to adjust, right? This is a
Yes.
new place.
Yeah.
Maybe people will think, oh, their children are not taking care of them, so they are abandoned people. So that may be the reason they were gloomy. Now they started talking and mingling,
Yeah.
and
I think,
like
as
that.
you said, it's like, their own decision versus a forced decision. I think that plays a
Yeah.
big role in terms of your mind and mentality, how you see things. I think that's very rightly said in terms of how you, see things.
Yeah.
So I think, kind of transitioning to the discussion that we had,
Yeah.
especially on the financial side, I think you kind of paint a picture on how much it would cost to be in a nice nursing home in US versus, some of the expenses here in India. I think in some of
Yeah.
those. Anything that you can share from a financial planning, like, when you had a decision about moving to India, you kind of touched about a couple of times about the social security income and all that kind of stuff, right? So
Yeah.
in general, anything that you want to share on a financial plan, like, with the move?
If you lived in the United States for more than 10 years, okay, not more than, no, work there for more than 10 years,
40 credit.
because
Yeah.
40 credit, work credits you must get.
Yeah.
Then you will get the social security, and so that person and the American citizen, you can go and live anywhere in the world, okay, you will get it. But if you did not work for 10 or 40 work credit hours, you will not get that benefit.
Yeah.
When you come back to India, you have to go back in 1 month, or you cannot go and stay outside the United States anywhere, okay, you won't get any benefits. So once you completed that, then you are free. You can go and live anywhere. And the house you sold in America, or you will get the 401k or 403.
Yeah.
That's a good sum of money.
Yes.
That much money you got, you convert it to India, I mean Indian rupees. You got plenty,
Yeah.
So you can choose a very nice home. And people should not do the, I don't want to say the foolish thing, or I mean, buying a house again at the age after 60 or 65, coming and staying in India or Kerala and buying a house and staying. It's running the house is so hard. When you are young, you will never understand that. You will never understand.
Yeah.
You will think these people, these older people are crazy. Why they don't want to live in a house, all kinds of things, but you will not know. So this is a thing to put in everyone's mind. Think about it. Okay. Think about your parents. Now you are young. You think about your parents. They are getting older. Very young like you, Avinash, maybe you can think about how your grandparents lived, how was their end of their life.
Yeah.
So think about that. That day is coming for you too.
Yes.
So that really reality, that's the reality. One should have the light on that reality, okay?
Yeah.
Then you can think properly and take decision wisely.
For sure.
So in that case, you get that money, you can, your monthly social security will be enough. And from your, so, you got plenty of money. You got plenty of money. I mean, we did not stay there for long. My husband worked there only for 10 years, okay?
Yeah.
Because he's a disabled person. He could not work more. So that was only for 10 years. But God's grace, he could get a little bit of social security. That's enough and more for us,
Yeah.
So financially, whoever lived in United States, they got money, definitely. If they work there for 40 credit hours or 10 years, when they are coming back, even with $1,000 monthly, $1,000, you can live very happily. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So,
yeah. Thanks a lot for sharing that. I wanted to pivot, right? I think how is
yeah.
life in India? I know it's been maybe close to 8 months since the move, and
Yeah.
someone who spent 27 years abroad, you might, change your personality, change your lifestyle a little bit, the comforts a little bit. So one question is like the life in India right now, and how do
Okay.
you compare and contrast that, like, 27 years before, right? I mean, there is some memory of like what you thought about India and what's it currently, if you can share that. I think those two.
Actually, we always loved India and we had a nice life. I told you that my husband,
Yes.
well known, and he was a chartered accountant here, so we had a very nice life here. We always loved India. So when I think about, really, we love this place. We love India, no problem.
Yeah.
Mainly because I can drive. Okay, I would say that. Mainly because I can drive. Whenever I want, feel like, I take the car and go for shopping,
Yeah.
for a movie, visiting family, or sightseeing. We just go.
Yeah.
So I did not feel anything. We find it very perfect here. Rather in America, I have to, when we go, we always travel. So when after a vacation, when I come back, oh my God, I have to do the cleaning, I have to do cooking, I have to do grocery shopping. Here, I don't have to worry about such things. Even I can do the international vacation. I can do.
Yeah.
I can go back to America. Maybe in April or May, I'm going back to America to see my grandkids and
Yeah.
son. So all things I can do it.
Yeah.
So really for us, no problem at all. We loved it here more than in America. Of course, when we were young, we could do many things. I always admire America.
Yeah.
And it was a heaven on earth. It was a heaven on earth. You could have the most beautiful house. According to my concept, I got the most beautiful house.
Yeah.
I got the most beautiful car.
Yeah.
I mean, it's depending upon what you think.
Yes.
So everything I could afford. If I wanted to buy anything, I could buy, So
Yeah.
that was a good thing. But now I am thinking about comparing the old age in America and in old age in India. India is the best place to do.
Yeah.
You can hire 2 or 3 servants, workers for you to work for you and have a very lavish life here. Whereas in America, you have to do everything, even 1 cup of coffee. There is nobody to make for you. You have to do that.
Yeah.
Of course, house cleaning, you may do it, once in 2 weeks or 1 month, once in a month. And we need only that much cleaning in America because it's everything clean, perfect,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, so
Here,
sounds like
yeah, here it is rainy. Sometimes it is little dirty, you know, when you walk on the street, kind of thing. But that is normal, you know, that is normal. When people are living here, why these people are living here? I consider like that.
yeah,
When some people are, my parents are living here, or my brother, or other people,
yes,
common Indians are living here, they survive, right?
yeah,
They fall sick. They go to the hospital, get the treatment. Then why can't I do the same thing?
yeah,
There is no difference, you know. I mean, me and them.
yes,
So I take it that way. So I don't know. I'm
yeah.
a little different, you know. I mean,
So sounds like I think you're enjoying the time, and I think this is
we
what
are.
expected, and it's been going fantastic. So that's great to hear. Um, so is there any topic that we haven't covered that you would like to bring up, from our
No,
conversation?
I think we did, you know. The main topic I wanted to say that people should come, choose this their own will, not the children are going to throw you, you know. I mean, people think like that, throw you in a retirement community. So the older people who are nearing to retirement must think, or early enough, just like in America, you know, the day you join a job, you know, they are thinking about retirement plan. You know, they started collecting money for the 401k and 403k, 403.
B.
So
Mm.
yeah, for 403b, yeah, because my husband is a financial analyst, you know, I have little knowledge about this finances. So yeah, so just like that, people, younger people must think that what are we going to do when you get older or retire, you know? And you must have some plan from the beginning. And another advice I want to say that don't spend everything for your children. No. If your children are smart, they will learn, they will be, you know, you send them to nice school as much as possible, but not, you know, pledge your house and all the wealth and send them to Canada or America or Australia, not something like that, because people are suffering, you know. Children you cannot depend on,
Yeah.
they will change because their brain is not developed until 25 years old. Okay, so they are very fluctuating, and their way is different. So I mean, parents should think about them, okay, and
Yeah.
do the best for their children,
Yeah.
really. And people, children, good boys and girls, whatever education they got, we all got Malayalam medium education, you know, where we went. We have gone so much, you know.
Yeah.
So like that, if they are smart, if they are intelligent, but if they want to, they can, you know. So parents must be a little cautious about or think about their retirement life wherever they want to. In America, okay, analyze it, think about it, how they are going to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's a very good point. Just I think that's one of the reason why I moved back, because I don't want to have my empty nester life when kids grow up and go to
Yeah,
college. I don't
yeah,
know if I would enjoy that lifestyle. So, which means I need to do that when kids are still young.
yeah.
That's one of the reason, for me to move.
Okay.
But
Where did you move from?
Oh, so I was in Bay Area before the move. Before that, I was in North Carolina and then
Okay,
Ohio.
okay.
But close to 20 years in US before moving back. But that was one of the reason. I think it echoes to, the key thing is it's not where you are right now. You might want to look at like 10 or 20 years down the road, right? Is this the
Exactly. Yeah,
lifestyle that you want to
yeah,
have? And
yeah.
if not, you might want to make some decisions right now because the path could change in terms of where
Yes,
you want.
yes. It will change. Okay.
Yes. And then I think the other point that I want to add on to what you said is a forceful decision versus a wishful decision to move to
Wishful.
this kind
Yes,
of.
yes,
And I think it's more to do with the perception, more to do with the education, bringing
yes.
that awareness to a lot of people, to even parents who are living in India.
Yeah,
Retirement
yeah,
community is not about in a abandoned, orphanage home. This is like
yeah,
you can have an
yeah,
active lifestyle,
yeah,
similar interests, and so on.
yeah.
So there is some education and the knowledge also there. So I think to wrap this up, is there any advice or anything that you would suggest for someone who is thinking about moving to India for retirement or even early? Anything that you wanted to share, like your input on that?
I would say that shop around, if you are having a plan and you understand in which country you are living, okay? And what are the benefits? And in the all day, especially in America, in Ohio, if you live in Ohio, you know that 6 months it's snow, right? Cold season,
Yeah.
cold weather. This old lady or old man will be staying inside the house, right? If you don't work, you basically do not go out. So what kind of life you have, sitting inside the four walls?
Yeah.
So that's the life. Whereas in India, you can walk around to the neighbors, you can talk to the neighbors, you can go to the church of your own people
Yeah.
or the temple or wherever you want to. And you have a lot of activities in India,
Yes.
So think about that. And it is all depending upon how you see and where you want to live,
Yeah.
Then, yeah, make a decision and stick to it. It is completely up to one person and how they want to live, where they want to live, how they want to end up their life,
Yes.
So that's very important. We don't need any forceful something like that. At one point, if we lose we don't know, dementia and Alzheimer's or any kind of diseases when children cannot take care of them. Think about that.
Yeah.
We don't want to be, the parents do not want to be a burden for our children too,
Yes.
They have their own life.
Yeah.
So I would say that's only my suggestion. Just do the analysis and make an ethical decision so that you will not be regretting, why you have chosen this. So ethical decision, you will be doing all these good and bad things, can happen because of this. Then there is no need for you to regret if some bad things happens. We don't know.
Yes.
See, you plan for something and according to the situation, you change,
Yeah.
you change each time. You have to change.
Yeah. And I think
And
that's
also,
yeah,
and
please go.
also when you are choosing a retirement home, suppose when you are coming back to, because now retirement home is in the boom, it's a business now in India. But shop around, okay? Shop around. Most of the places you can go and live there for a couple of days, have an experience there. Then only you choose, where you want to go.
Yeah.
You really have to visit couple of places, then choose the best. Not by just because I said, this is a nice place. Don't choose completely. You just do your homework.
Yes.
You do your homework, shop around and decide, make your own decision, because each one will see in a different way. I am a positive person. Okay. I am really a positive person. So I see all the positive things and in a realistic way. So this place is the best for me, really, in all the aspects, best for me. And I don't have any regret or no complaints, So
No, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for a lot of tactical and some of the strategical kind of advice in how people should approach. And
yeah.
I completely echo, and that's the motto of the channel is to make an informed decision. Before the life
Informed.
goes by,
Yeah.
before that's always the case, right? Before you
Yes.
realize it, it's too late to make a decision or change a decision. But
Yeah.
it's always good to make that informed decision.
Yeah.
So
Informed decision. Yes, exactly. That's all.
yeah. So thank you very much, Dr. Alice, for taking
You're
the
welcome.
time, for sharing your story, sharing your insights, how the life has been in India and much more. So thanks a lot from all of us.
Okay. No problem. You are welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome. It was a pleasure talking to you,
yeah, that's great.